What's happening, everybody? It's Woe Daddy back in action here, and today we are going to be making a special video for our friend Angela Wonderworld, and she has a super cool channel she's just started where she is making some cool butterflies. If you want to check out, there's a drawing tutorial video of that. And what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be making a ladybug. And let's go ahead and throw a cool fact out there about ladybugs. If you ever wonder why they have that red shell, it's to tell predators that their shell is not going to taste very good. So it's like, keep away from me. I'm pretty and nasty. And contrary to popular belief, the little black dots on a ladybug do not have anything to do with the age. It is simply the species of ladybug. So we're going to step into the creation station and check it out. All right, welcome back to the creation station. We are going to be working landscape orientation today, and we are going to be creating a ladybug for Angela Wonderworld. We're going to make it a little bit different from hers. However, I want to give it a little sense of movement, make it seem like it's alive so you can sort of see all the parts. So we are going to start with the elytra, which is the kind of shell of our ladybug. And we're going to do it kind of like a bicycle helmet, coming around, going all the way up the back, and then coming back down like this. And to give a sense of perspective, we're going to see a full wing, I guess a wing cover, so to speak, and then a partial one. And like I said earlier, this is to tell predators that they do not taste very good. And the spots that hang over the wing, I noticed on one of the photos I was looking at, kind of looks like a heart. So we're going to do sort of a heart shape there. And then based on the species I was looking at, we got a little circle here. Sometimes your circle is going to be organic looking, not quite completely round, maybe a little bit sort of like a teardrop shape. And we're going to sort of mimic that over here. And I'm going to go ahead while we have the black, and we're going to just sort of color them in all the way around. And so we're going to do our kidney bean shaped one, our fat teardrop shaped one, and then we're going to get into our heart shaped one, which is where the elytra separates, and really just sort of fill that. I'm going to be coloring this one a little bit differently than I've done in many of my other videos. We're going to be using a Sharpie, a metallic Sharpie, and a highlighter when we get to the antennae. All right, so now we're going to the pronotum, which is sort of like, I guess you could say it's like the shoulders and neck of the ladybug. Sort of looks like that. And then it usually has some white spots on it. So we're going to do kind of a larger one here, and then a portion of one here, and some of them have even more. The one I was looking at had two close to the front, so they look like eyes, but we haven't gotten to the head of our ladybug yet. So we're going to be mimicking that on the next shape. So we're going to go ahead and color this in real quick. So our ladybug's not a humongous creature, but it is also not just like a little round thing. When you look up close, it's got a lot going on. So the head is going to be another kind of roundish, sort of rounded square shape that's going to stick off, and then it's going to have some cool looking eyes. Kind of looks like a Halloween character or something like that. And our antennae are going to be kind of wavy like, and then this one in the top is going to be sort of sticking up a little bit more, and you can see the full length of it. All right, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and color in, and we'll sort of round it a little bit so you can see that it's sticking off the head. So we have the elytra in the back, the pronotum connecting to the head. We have eyes, we have antennae, and we're gonna get into sort of like the mouth sort of sticks off. So we're gonna do kind of like a little something like this, maybe a little lower. It's gonna sort of stick off. And then I'm guessing these are some sort of chompers, you know, it's attached to the head. And one of the great things about ladybugs is they love to feed off of aphids. And if you know what aphids are, they're kind of like a fruit fly, and they are nasty. So you might as well leave them for the ladybugs to eat up. All right, so we'll have about 6 legs here. We're probably gonna show about 5 of them. We're gonna start over here, and the reason I picked this picture was because one of them sort of looked like it was waving. So it has like 1, 2, 3 parts, and then kind of like a little bit of like a claw. And there's a little bit of a light color in between where they're all sort of connected. So I kind of like that, and I sort of want to keep that. So I'm going to do some black, and then I'm going to sort of lighten it up right about here. And then we're going to go down, forward, back a little bit, and then we're going to have a little claw coming out. And follow that along. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then color it in. So I do like taking my artwork, even a scientific drawing, and kind of trying to give it some human characteristics, you know, as if it was sort of dressed up, because surprisingly, you may not know it, but we probably get our inspiration from a lot of these things too. This one's going to be on the other side. So on the other side, there's going to be sort of a shadow. So it's going to mimic that shape, but we're not really going to take the time to color in. All right, now we have the abdomen, which hangs out under here. And then beneath the elytra, above the abdomen, is our flight wing. So we're going to make sort of a wing pattern to separate the look of the ladybug, sort of like that. All right, and I'm just going to kind of add a few more lines just to sort of enhance the design. There we go. So this is the wing, then the abdomen sitting down below. All right, and we're gonna have a hind leg where we're just gonna see like a little portion of it sort of sticking out. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. The 4th one would be like over here. Here's the 5th one. All right, and then the one which would be across from that would be right about here, and it's probably folded up close, comes down, tucks down, and has a little claw coming off. So we're gonna do a little less detail than we have done in the 2 prominent ones in the front. So 1, 2, sort of 3 sections there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have our ladybug drawn. I'm gonna go ahead and get some yellow up in here in the antennae. And we're gonna just sort of make it a little dark around the top, a little dark around the top here. All right, and then we have something super fun that I've been using a little bit recently. I kind of wanted to do Iron Man with this. We're gonna use red metallic Sharpie. And one of the cool things about the ladybug shell is, you know, we think of them having that race car, fire engine red sort of color. They're not all that way. So I think having kind of a different sort of red is cool. I'm gonna sort of use the metallic Sharpie to kind of outline first, because it does have a wide tip, and then that'll make coloring the sections in a little bit easier. I'm gonna thicken my black line here so that I have a little bit to work with material wise with the Sharpie. All right, so we got a nice thick black line. I'm gonna go ahead and sort of fill in here. Carefully fill in here along the edge. Whoop. All right, working with a thick line is not as easy, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy the challenge. All right, and as you know, I'm probably gonna end up making more and more of these drawings. This is my second one I've done today. So I have a little bit of practice. All right, the first one I labeled with all the parts, so as a way to write things down, I'm sort of teaching myself as I go, reminding myself of what I've learned. And now we can sort of take the time to fill everything in. Just like that, then we'll get a little signature on there, say goodbye for today, and see what suggestions come up next. All right, so here we are. We'll get a little line going across there. All right. And there is our ladybug. I'm gonna go ahead and use some green for contrast for our ladybug. Interesting name, by the way. And then we get a little signature down the bottom. 2021. And that is the end of our drawing. I hope you've enjoyed learning about Ladybug, checking out the part, getting to see him up close. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.